Hey guys! So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about a big word, and that is acceptance. And for this, I'm going to be talking about accepting being disabled or having a disability, and what it took for me to accept it, because I know it's maybe a little shocking. There was a time where accepting having a disability was a hard thing for me to do. Then I'm also going to give advice to other people with disabilities, as well as figure out what I needed earlier that could have helped me learn to accept my disability quicker. So, are you ready? Here we go. I remember being a young child. I think there was one moment when I was 6 or 7 years old, and I was sitting on the floor, and my mom was sitting on the floor too, and I just broke out crying. Like all of a sudden I just broke out crying. Like literally, I was crying hysterically, and at first I didn't know why I was crying, and neither did my mom. So she just pulled me in her arms and then did her normal calming, and then she asked, why am I crying? And at first I wasn't going to say anything, but then all of a sudden it just came out of my mouth, and I asked why. I asked the why question. I asked, why me? Why am I in a wheelchair? Why am I not like my classmates and my other friends who are not in a wheelchair? It was a very emotional moment for a 6 or 7 year old, but it's something that I was going through at that time. It was something I was always questioning, but didn't have the time, didn't think about questioning it. And I don't remember word for word what my mom said to me. All I know is that she was hugging me, and she was doing soothing words and saying she didn't know, she doesn't really have an answer. I mean, who has an answer for that question for a 6 or 7 year old? I definitely don't have that question right now. That answer right now for if someone else asked me that question. It was just something that I'm sure a lot of people with disabilities go through. I mean, it's a hard thing, especially at a young age. You don't know why this happened. You don't know why you have to use a wheelchair. But it's what I did. It's what I questioned a lot when I was younger. And it took a lot to figure it all out and accept it. I don't think there was one big moment or one day where I was like, yes, I accept being in a wheelchair. It's over. That why question is out of my life. I don't think there was ever that one moment where, okay, I'm done. I know why. I know the reason. I think there was a lot of moments that led up to accepting it or just not thinking about it. And I think the first big moment was the walking my 4th grade graduation in my walker, because I was able to push myself doing something, and I did it. I wasn't exactly walking like my friends, but I figured it out to some similarities. I may be doing it differently, but that's all it is. It's just I'm doing it, but differently. And I think moments like that, and then surrounding myself around great people. I grew up in a great town where they accepted me being in a wheelchair, and they treated me like they treated everyone else in who wasn't in a wheelchair, didn't have a disability. Like, honestly, I feel like the gym teachers in high school pushed me harder than the other students because they knew I actually wanted to be in gym class. And the teachers all treated me the same way as the other students. If I wasn't paying attention, they would say, "Caitlin, pay attention." And I feel like just surrounding myself around the right people, as well as doing adaptive sports, where I got to meet other people that were just like me, or different as well. Not everyone that I met in adaptive sports was in a wheelchair, but they did have a disability. And we were all going through the same thing. We were all going through school, having a disability, or just going through school and not understanding the why or anything, and just laughing and just telling each other stories and just having that understanding that there is someone there that is going through the same thing that you are. That helps. Surrounding myself around great people and also doing adaptive sports showed that I may not be able to walk the track, but I can push the track. I may not be able to stand and do the circle for the discus, but I can sit and still wind up and do the discus. I just do it differently than someone else. That's really it. And then doing motivational speaking, where I am helping other people understand disability, my disability, other people with disabilities, I feel like that also helped because I'm figuring out, taking my experience and helping others who are going through the same thing, or helping others understand what people are going through. And I don't think there was ever that one day where I woke up and I was like, I accept being a disabled person. It just came naturally. One day I woke up and I wasn't thinking about it anymore. There was never like, I didn't think about accepting, I just didn't think about the why question anymore. And I think that it just came naturally, like I said. It does. There are times where things just come naturally, and now I definitely don't think about it. I'm only thinking about it because I'm doing this video. Do I think, I feel like I could have accepted it when I was younger a little quicker if there was one big thing. I know there's always that saying is you have to accept yourself before others accept you. Or don't worry about what other people think about you as long as you think about yourself and like yourself and everything. But in this case, there's one thing I do feel like that would have helped, and that is having social acceptance of people with disabilities in society. Today, in 2019, we are still fighting for accessibility. We are still fighting for equal rights for disabled people. We are still fighting to be on TV, be on the big screen as a person with a disability, and not watching someone else be that person. Another video for another time. But I mean, it just, I feel like if society accepted people with disabilities, it would be easier for the person with a disability to accept themselves, because they're not hearing all that negative stuff in the ears. Like, all you hear in the media or in movies and television is, "Oh my God, you're in a wheelchair. That must suck." Or, "It must be so hard to be in a wheelchair. You can't get out, can't go around, can't go to school. You have to stay at home and do and just stay at home." Or it takes a caregiver to come into your life to make a huge difference in your life and you make you happy, you gotta have other people to make you happy. You can't accept being who you are. I mean, and just the fact that people are stopping people who they don't know and asking you, oh my God, what happened to you? Like, really? Come on. There's so much more the society could do for people with disabilities. And again, I could go on and on and on about it, which I will probably in another video. But that's one thing I feel like people with disabilities need, is to have society understand and accept that we are people too. We just do things differently, and it would be nice to see a person with a disability on television, in the movies, and actually be a person with a disability, and see athletes with disabilities on sports news and sports center. Every once in a while there is, but that's not enough. And if other people can accept it, then it may be easier for us to accept it. We're not hearing that negative about it. We need to hear the positive about it. Especially if you're newly disabled, all you've heard is, oh my God, the medical, oh my, like all of this, oh my God, it's such a hard thing to do, such a hard thing to live with. Like, it's the end of the world for you. You can't do this as a person with disability. But it's like, of course, when someone gets the diagnosis that they have a spinal cord injury, of course, automatically they're going to say, oh no, I don't want to be in a wheelchair, because of what they've heard. Social acceptance is needed. Advice that I would give to other people with disabilities and newly people with disabilities is surround yourself around positive people and take the negative and turn it into a positive. Don't think of the word can't, because you can. Like, you really can. It took a lot of things. It didn't really take a lot of things for me to accept who I am, or accept that I have a disability, but it did take something. But I would just surround myself around great people who don't see the disability as a barrier or whatever, and just see you as a person. Especially surround yourself with people that are similar to you, that are going through the same thing or have gone through it, and can give you great advice on how you could go through it, and just live on your life. Go to school, go shopping, go do sports, do whatever you need to do, and just push through it. Doesn't matter if you can't see, can't hear, can't walk, or can't talk, or it doesn't matter. Honestly, accept who you are. I know it's a lot and it takes a lot, but it can happen. So there we go. Acceptance, hard word to talk about and go through, but you can. I did, naturally. So comment below if you have any questions. If you are someone with a disability and you want to have a conversation, message me. If you have any other questions, comment below. Like, subscribe, share. If you like this video and want to see more like it, let me know. And if you have any questions that you would like me to answer in a video, that would be cool too. So let me know in the comments, and thank you, and always remember, accept who you are. It is hard, but it can be done.